Have you ever wondered why banks, arguably the most financially informed and conservative institutions in the world, pour billions of dollars into life insurance? I'm not talking about recommending it to their clients or customers. I'm talking about literally buying it for themselves, almost as using it as the bank's bank. It's called bank-owned life insurance, or BOLI, and most people have no idea it even exists. In fact, if you pull the public financial records of major banks like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and others, you'll see line items showing that they own billions, sometimes tens of billions, in permanent life insurance policies as their main assets. And here's what's wild. They're not doing it for the death benefit. They're doing it for the guaranteed growth, the tax advantages, and the stability it brings to their financial ecosystem. These institutions aren't taking unnecessary risks. They're not gambling with their reserves. They're investing in something that delivers consistent returns with no market losses and favorable tax treatment. And they're using a version of the same exact tool that you can use right now through a properly structured index universal life insurance policy, or an IUL. Most people hear life insurance and immediately tune out, thinking it only benefits your family when you die. But the wealthy and the institutions that manage trillions of dollars see it completely different. They see life insurance as a powerful financial engine that allows their money to grow predictably, remain accessible, and avoid being eaten away by taxes or volatility. So let's talk about how this works, and more importantly, why you should be paying attention to it. When you fund an IUL, part of your premium goes toward your life insurance coverage, but the rest goes into something called the cash value account. That cash value is where the magic happens. It grows based on the performance of a market index, with one critical difference. Your money is never actually invested in the market. Instead, it's linked to it. So when the market rises, you get to participate in the gains. But when the market crashes like it did in 2008 or 2020, you don't lose anything. Your IUL has a 0% floor, meaning your account can't lose value due to a market downturn. That's exactly why banks pour their capital into this vehicle. It's consistent, it's protected, it's powerful. Let me give you a real-world example. A client of mine, Melissa, came to me after watching one of these videos. She's 46, a successful entrepreneur who had just sold her first business and was sitting on a large amount of cash. Her financial advisor told her to invest in a traditional brokerage account, but she was worried about a coming market correction. She didn't want to gamble with the nest egg she worked so hard to build. We set up a customized IUL for her with monthly contributions, and now she's seeing predictable tax-free growth while maintaining full control over her money. Her cash value is growing every single year, even during market dips, and she's already borrowed from it once to help fund her second business, all without taxes, credit checks, or waiting periods. Meanwhile, her money inside the IUL continues growing as if she never touched it. That's what leverage looks like. That's what the banks are doing, and this is exactly how the wealthy operate. They make their money do multiple jobs at once. Multiple streams of income is the name of the game. Their dollars grow safely, they borrow against their wealth tax-free, and their assets are protected from lawsuits, creditors, and market downturns. That's what you deserve too. Here's the bigger picture. Banks use BOLI not just for returns, they also use it to offset executive compensation packages, to fund pension obligations, and to secure internal reserves. They do this because they know that life insurance, when structured properly, is not just protection. It's a vehicle for wealth accumulation. And now with an IUL, you can apply the same concept to your life. And you don't need millions to get started. Anyone can use the same strategy. I've worked with families putting minimum $250 a month, and I've worked with high net worth earners placing as much as $10,000 or more a month. The principle is the same. Growing your money without losses, access is tax-free, and create a private reserve system that gives you control when the rest of the world is relying on Wall Street and Washington. Think about this. If banks are putting more of their long-term capital into life insurance than into real estate or even small business loans, they're not touching 401ks or IRAs, not to mention, but shouldn't you pause and think about that these are the smartest institutions in the world with full departments of analysts, economists, and actuaries, and they choose permanent life insurance for a reason? I mean, think about it. The average person is relying on a 401k, crossing their fingers the market doesn't crash before they retire, and hoping tax laws stay in their favor. That's not a plan. That's a risk. So now the question becomes, do you want to keep playing by the rules written in the middle class, or do you want to take control like the wealthy do? If you're ready to start operating with clarity, with strategy, and with a plan that protects your future, no matter what the economy does, then let's talk. Click on the link in the description to schedule your free IUL strategy call with me. I'll show you how to design a plan based on your income, your goals, and your timeline, so you can finally stop guessing and start building with confidence. We'll talk about the ideal contribution amount, how quickly you can access your money, what tax advantages you'll receive, and what your long-term retirement can look like when you stop gambling and start strategizing. And before we close, please like this video, comment below with what surprised you the most about what banks are doing with life insurance, or share your personal experience with traditional retirement vehicles like 401ks or brokerage accounts, and subscribe to stay in the loop for the next excellent IUL video. Every week we drop new content that helps real families and real business owners gain access to the tools that used to be reserved for the elite. So we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.